Hi, baddies. So I just want to take another moment to reflect on everything. I really want to start by saying thank you to everybody who has been so responsive and so supportive in all of this. And I've gone through as many comments as I can without being fucking anxious and setting off my nervous system. But I just want to say thank you guys to the continued support with this situation. Now, if you could share this, it could dead ass save a life, mine included. Um, but I'm gonna go over a few things. Firstly, everyone keeps asking ways to support. I have always been a strong advocate for advocating for yourself. And as a way to show my appreciation, I have created a safe space for the baddies to reside. You just have to go there, you know? I know the location in which this is housed is a little unorthodox, but when have I ever done anything in an orthodox way? I have created a space where you can learn how to be your inner goddess, your inner bad bitch, your inner best self. But it's only for the people who are committed to learning and discovering the best parts of themselves. So if you're not, that's okay. But if you are, I've created a space. If any of my content has helped you in any way, help a bitch keep the fucking lights on. I mad fucking appreciate your guys' support. Now let's get into the nitty gritty. This is something that I've wanted to talk about for about a year now, but I've been harassed and bullied and all this type shit. So fuck y'all motherfuckers, I'm gonna talk about it. We need to talk about the male loneliness economy and how essentially this shit is going to become an epidemic. And I know I'm gonna take a lot of heat for this, but I honestly don't give a fuck and kind of want the smoke because y'all don't have a legitimate argument. The male loneliness issue affects everyone, specifically men. And let me back up and give some sort of details or evidence to why I think this is going to be a problem in the future. If you think or look from a behaviorist standpoint, I'm always looking at the behavior of a situation. I simply told these motherfuckers to just go to therapy to get the shit that was off of their chest. And they sent me death threats. They violated or attempted to violate my personal safety. They literally got me fired from my motherfucking job. So we're not dealing with the happiest group of folks. You know what I mean? Their sheer display of immaturity proves my point to the male loneliness becoming a systemic issue in the future. There are many content creators who target lonely men. They know that you have low self-esteem. They know that you do not care about yourselves, and they prey on that shit. They prey on it. They've made millions and millions of dollars. They've built massive communities based off of male insecurity. Now, when I take a look at the behavior only escalates if it's not unchecked, if it's not mediated, if it's not given the support, the appropriate support that it needs. And these men simply do not know how to effectively communicate their emotions. They don't know how to fucking do it. But it does not give them the excuse to bully and harass people because they don't have the language to express why they're actually depressed. Let's talk about it. The male loneliness economy is not paying attention to unalive statistics. Men end their lives 25% more than women do. And you cannot tell me we don't have an issue. In graduate school, one important detail they tell us about depression, especially in Black men and Black people, is because we're not allowed to express sadness, our depression exhibits itself in aggression and anger. So most Black men are really depressed but exhibit that shit in anger because they're only socially allowed to do so. It's not fair to them, but that's just how it is. Now, on the other side of the loneliness economy are women, are the partners of these men. We're the ones receiving the brunt of the relationship violence because you don't know how to articulate your emotions. It's all too common that I hear stories about narcissistic and domestic abuse and how it doesn't start out that way. It starts out as a kind and compassionate person, but eventually escalates to subtle belittling, then escalates to maybe physical violence, and then a lot of times, death. We need to get a hold and control of these men's emotions. And when I say we, I mean them. Like, the responsibility is on them. I know a lot of motherfuckers struggle with accountability, but the safety of women needs to be thought of. It needs to be considered. It needs to be taken seriously, because women are being used and abused and harmed, so much so we don't even want to deal with these lonely men. And all these lonely men have to do is love on themselves a little bit more. Be a little bit more secure in what the fuck they have going on. Learn how to articulate the difficult shit that's on their chest, because we're all human beings existing in actual hell right now. My whole goal and intention is to create safety within these communities. And if Black men always go on the defensive and always go on the attack anytime someone shows you compassion but tells you the real and holds you accountable for your fuck shit, we need to, like, eat that. Y'all be so big and bold and so big and brolic, but don't want to go talk to the lady. Y'all be so, I'm gonna just go lift my emotions away. Yeah, it'll give you good brain juice, but it's not confronting the anger that you have towards women because your mama wasn't there. It doesn't help you confront the daddy issues of the abandonment of that motherfucker, because none of our dads was really there for real, for real. All women are asking is for men to step up for themselves, for our community, because we know that y'all are struggling. We know that y'all are hurting, because we take the brunt of the abuse. We internalize your struggle. We try to coddle your emotions. And a lot of women are fucking tired because y'all are grown ass motherfucking adults. We are only going to see more intimate partner violence. We're only going to see more incelification. These red pill communities are truly doing a disservice to the world. They really are. When I said a common misconception about me is that I used to work with men, the funny part about it, I used to work with boys, trying to give them the tools to be able to articulate themselves so they feel like they can be productive members of society. And not even productive members of society, but just be a part of a loving and supporting community. Because humans are not meant to be isolated. We need community. We need a village. And we don't have that shit anymore. So all the people who think I belong in the depths of hell, come with me, bitch. Let's explore why you feel that I should be there. Because all I have met you motherfuckers with, may it be rough, may it be a little aggressive, may it be even ratchet, but I've only met y'all motherfuckers with unconditional positive regard, because the safety of our society is at stake if we do not get this male loneliness issue under control. And I'm not gonna say like, oh, I told you so and I'm right, but y'all motherfuckers really have to help what's in here, because your hearts are heavy and your souls are dying and you're externalizing all this negative and divisive and hateful behavior because your heart hurts, because you're upset, because you don't like the life in which you were living. And these people in the loneliness economy, the red pillars, they know this. They know how to prey on your lowest, deepest insecurities. But you know what a therapist does? Helps you sort through that. Helps you not be so insecure. Helps you navigate the world. Helps you communicate with people. Helps you feel like you are worthy, like you are a whole person. For the longest time, I didn't feel like I was anybody. But then I went to a therapist and found out that I was somebody. And I wish and pray and hope that for y'all, because if we don't get this shit under wraps, I fear the safety of women, children, and even men, because y'all harm yourselves at an alarming rate. So when one of y'all want to come to me with a solid argument as to why this shit isn't valid, I'm open to a discussion. So, yeah. You guys all be well. Like I said, I have started a community over here for any baddies or baddie daddies who want to love on themselves, who want to take themselves seriously, who want to meet the best version of themselves amongst this hellscape in which we all find ourselves in. But yeah, that's how you can support me, by advocating and supporting yourself. I love you guys. Be well, be swell, and stay disrespectful.